All right, next we have Ecuador with the brand Marathon. All right, I am a huge fan of this jersey. I love the solid yellow. I like, right here the blue and the red. Also on the collar, you have the little flag right there on the sleeve. On the cuff. This right here, I just really like. I really like this jersey.
I think that's how you do just enough, in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Like I think that they didn't try to give it this design underneath the yellow. I think in a case like Brazil, I think that works, and even like the Australia, that works. I think in some that we've seen, not the biggest fan of. It gives a nod to the flag. It has the nice little touches. Probably one of the first times, if I'm not mistaken, that we've seen the bottom of the sleeve used in not this the whole way around is the flag.
Yeah.
So it's like just enough. I like the underarm area, that stripe that comes down. I feel like Ecuador, if I'm not mistaken, is classically has that yellow. So it's one of those that you see that yellow. If it's not Brazil in their colors, it's usually Ecuador. Also a big fan. Also, well done.
This right here, I think an A.
I'm right there with you.
All right. Next we have the blue, France. Okay. Now, these are the defending champions. I personally like this kit. It's something about that blue with that gold just seems so elegant. I like the collar style. I just think this is an easy, solid kit. Like couldn't go wrong with this.
I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to not like it, and not because I have anything against France or anything, but at first glance, it felt like this feels boring. But I think it's probably the first time we've seen like a darker blue used. So I like it. I think there's you put it in good words, and that's kind of what changed my mind a bit. It's a very classy looking blue. It almost reminds me of like a blue suit. I
was gonna say, bro, you put this jersey on, you put a blazer over it, and you're looking spiffy.
Right. You put some slacks on it, some hard bottom shoes. Like, this is the first one that I've seen where it was like, I would wear this casually. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to do too much. Like, I like a lot of them, and I would wear a lot of them in a lot of situations. But this is the one where it's like, if I just wanted to dress down a little bit, to keep it low key, this is what I would do. Big fan of the gold that they used on it. The rooster that they have on there is always classic. I like the collar. I like the button on the collar. This is Nike, so this almost would, because I believe it's a similar collar, if I'm not mistaken, to what maybe all Nike jerseys, but it reminds me of the Brazil.
Yeah.
Of how they have it. I see what you mean, though, of
you
like
see it,
this
right?
curvature that they have going on, and I see that that's maybe going to cause mixed results. It's good boring in a way that England was boring.
So, well, the thing is, though, with this one, though, I feel like they did like a mix of both patterns. Because you're right, it is the same color as the Brazil jersey because it has the button, but also on the shoulder it has that little other pattern. But then the England one, the Croatia one, they didn't have the button. It's just,
Right.
So,
this is the best Nike one I've seen.
Oh, for sure. No. This is an A for me.
Automatic A for sure.
Yeah. And next we have Germany. Adidas, Germany. All right. Where do we start from here? I like this jersey. The big bold stripe in the middle had to grow on me first. Ended up liking it after a few views. I like the Germany flag colors on the collar, and then Germany has one of the best federation logos in all soccer. So I think this is a really good kit.
I'm not a fan of the big stripe down the middle. Risky though, different. I can't think of any time I've seen, or if like by a quick glance even, that anybody's did such a big, thick stripe down the middle. After some that it's not bad. After some that I've seen, it's not better than like the France. Let's say it's not better than Brazil. I think those are my two personal favorites right now. But it's not lower tier. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I wanted to put the picture of the long sleeve because like there's like 2 or 3 jerseys that are out there in the World Cup that they just look better in long sleeve.
Okay.
But it probably wouldn't have changed your mind. If anything, well, the only difference on the long sleeve would be that the Adidas stripes go all the way down.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
like there's like a little gap maybe like right here, and I think that's because like a patch will go there.
Right.
But yeah, the stripes will go all the way down to the cuff.
I do appreciate though that Germany's one of the few countries that will always pull off that classic black and white, and that could, for me, that's mixed results with Germany. I think that there's ones in the past I've liked a little bit better. There's sometimes I feel like they maybe missed the mark. This one's right in the middle though. It's average to me.
All right. Fair enough. I really like this one, but it's gonna be a B for me.
Respect that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, next one, if I'm not mistaken, will be Ghana.
That is Ghana.
All right, here we go. The Black Stars. Puma. All right.
First Puma we've seen, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. A little too plain for me. I do like we've seen it already in other jerseys. The flag colors on the on the cuff of the sleeves. I wish they could have done something different with the Black Star. Maybe I don't know if I would have put it all the way up there where it's placed. I have seen better Ghana jerseys in the past. I don't know. It just seems a little too plain for me. And I just kind of wish they did something else with the star. Maybe place it somewhere better. I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to place it though. But I mean, I don't know if it would be like put it in the middle and then have the number within the star. But then like I don't know if that sounds disrespectful or not. Because it's the part of the flag.
Right.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
I think that it reminds me of the Cameroon in a way of, I'm not a fan of I feel like it's too busy with the logo, federation, and then the extra. I think theirs was the lion. This one is the star. And I think my problem with this, I actually really want to like this one because I like the plain white, but I think that the colors of the flag on the sleeve make it pop in a way that I really enjoy. With the star, I think that, and I do like the little yellow here. Maybe with a different color personally.
So I was gonna say I personally don't like the yellow there. Maybe it was like a different shade of yellow, but I don't know.
It almost feels like it doesn't match the yellow on the sleeve.
It doesn't look like it, right? I don't know if it's just the picture that we got, but it for sure doesn't look like it.
Might have liked it better if they used the green or the red there instead. Now, as far as the star, I think I would have did one of two things differently, and I feel like the last thing I would have did was what they did. I would have either made it a bit smaller right in the middle, smack dab in the middle, or I would have made it really big in a different placement on the body, maybe like a side, and it kind of goes to the back.
Oh, a side would have been hard.
Right,
yeah.
I would have made it like obnoxiously big or a bit smaller. I think because it's like the same size as the other stuff, it makes it like too crowded right across and makes everything else feel. I think that's what makes it feel plain is like the everything else is except this like strip where it's like kind of awkwardly sized. I want to like it, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you. Yeah, the side would have been sick. We're actually gonna see a jersey. I think it's the next one that has that on the side. It would have been sick. Yeah, yeah. All right.
So 0 for 1 for me right now.
Sorry, Ghana. Like I said, I really want to like it too because I do love white jerseys, but it's got to go down to the bottom tier.
Next we have Iran.
Yeah. So you can see it right from the jump right there.
Got the Jaguar there.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts here?
I like this kit. I don't know which brand this is, but I like the patterns. I like the colors. I like the Jaguar on the bottom. Is it a Jaguar? I think it's a Jaguar. Can never tell between Jaguars and leopards. Sorry, guys. I failed animals. But yeah, I think it's a solid kit, really. Like, if anything, maybe the top part does too much, but I'm okay with it. Like, the colors pop. I like this white. Yeah.
I think that I agree with you. The only thing that kind of drives me a bit or knocks it down a bit is I do feel like that top part does a little bit too much as well. I feel like if they wanted to go in that direction, I maybe would have went with like a Jaguar print up there instead of like in the same kind of style that the Jaguar is. If they wanted to put something, I don't think that that's necessarily needed. But I do like the Jaguar on it. I like the green and the reds that they're using on it. I like that stripe that comes across. I think a problem that I've had with some of these is how they're putting that logo for the brand and how they're putting the crest or like Federation logo that they have. I don't like when it's too big. I think we've seen some like Nike ones that have been a little too big. But this one's perfect as far as like placement of that. I like how they have it inside of that little green kind of stripe that's kind of jumping out. I like how those colors kind of fade in when they hit each other, and that's what that logo is. I don't know who did this one.
I'm trying to find out the brand right now, but
yeah. I'm a fan of this one. I like this one a lot, actually.
Yeah. We apologize if we're getting the animal wrong, whether it's a jaguar or leopard. They all look the same.
You know,
so
in
please,
that general cat family.
Please don't attack us for being uncultured.
but big fans of it.
We are fans of it. I think the name of the brand is Majid. I don't know how to pronounce it. Majid. So.
Hey, Majid did their thing on this one. All right, I'm a fan. Where are you putting this one?
This one. I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll go B. I'll go B.
Oh, all right, I respect that. Okay, good job, Iran.
Oh, next one's one of my favorites. Killed it everywhere. I'm rocking it.
Wearing, right? Yeah.
Japan with the all over origami print. Japan killed it there all. I swear, I'm still trying to buy some other stuff. I even bought the. Hold on.
Busted out.
I even got the jacket, reversible and all. Like, they killed it.
Can I take a look at that?
Yeah. The travel jacket, too. I need to get that. You know, they also did a collab with Nigo. But it's, I got to show you. It's pink. And the shoulders is this, like, kind of like dark greenish thing. Like, yeah, Japan killed it all over. Sorry. Japan just did not miss this World Cup. They probably went all out, and like probably like it's the best out of all of these. So I mean, you hear me praising them, alright? You know, I'm pretty sure you know where I'm gonna put this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that the origami is one of the more interesting things I've seen so far. It's a creative take on it. It would have been Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, bro.
That's dope.
Nigo went crazy on all that stuff too. Like, I'm still trying to cop some of these stuff. Like,
I like it.
yeah.
All right. Um, they're colors that would have been very easy to be boring with. You know, a lot of these are red, white, and blue. But I like this. I like the, especially seeing this first one I'm able to see actually in person.
Yeah.
Big fan. They good sizing on the, not only that, but this is a cool, like the Federation patch is just dope in general. Seeing you wear it, it has this,
This 3D effect.
right, like there's like an optical illusion to it. It's a cool, you know, not all of these what I would say like would be kind of just cool to just wear out, you know, just like casually. I think the France one is one of them that does that, but I think this one is it's loud enough. You know, it does everything enough, doesn't do for such a risk taking idea. It never does too much. Big fan of this one.
And we should never, ever, ever second guess Japan when it comes to fashion and design.
Right, they did their thing.
This is the easiest A I will give, bro.
They lived up to it for sure.
The easiest A.
Absolutely. For not being like, if we were to look at our A's right here, you know, a lot of these are like legacy classic ones. The Argentina, Brazil, France, Ecuador always does their thing. This is one of those that it lives up right with the classics right there. New classic, you can even say.
I kind of wish we had an S tier for some of these jerseys. I feel like we're putting too much A's, but it's all good. Like, because the Brazil and Japan would be S tier. Like, these are like automatic classics. Like, they're gonna go down as classic jerseys from this World Cup. Like, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but you know. Okay, so next we have. Oh man, I'm just glad the way this lined up. Okay, so these two countries, I feel like they knocked it out of the park with the home and away jersey. First one that we just talked about, Japan. And this next one, Mexico. This home jersey, it's an instant classic. It's going to go down as an instant classic. Like, both of these jerseys sold out pretty quick when they first dropped. So this green jersey, I love the pattern. I love the red that pops up on the collar. The new revamped Federation patch. That's a new design.
Okay.
It grew on me at first when it first came out. Wasn't a huge fan of it. Just because it just seems a little bit more corporate compared to the OG one. But you know, it grew on me. I like it now. This is a solid kit.
This gives me what I wish Cameroon did with their print.
That's a good call.
I think that was as far as like that deeper green design that's on it, that was a little bit too blocky. This one is it's what I want from it. You know, I like the red pops really well on the shoulders. The green is perfect. Didn't try to do too much with it. Big fan.
Yeah. So I had to look it up, but pretty much, so that pattern, what it is really, it's a nod to, and I apologize because I'm gonna butcher this name. Quetzalcoatl. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even have tried. But pretty much, it's an Aztec god whose name translates to feathered serpent. So that's what the pattern is.
Oh, that's
on the
lit.
green one.
Okay.
So yeah, I apologize if I butchered that. I know I did. I shouldn't even have tried to pronounce it. But yeah, so
that's dope.
It's a nod to an Aztec god. So yeah, no, this like I banter a lot with a lot of my Mexican homies when it comes to USA versus Mexico. We talk a lot of smack to each other, you know, just banter, you know, all fun and games, friendly banter. And they were very surprised when I bought this jersey.
Okay.
For
Okay.
because they thought, and I probably said it back in the day, like I would never buy a Mexico jersey,
Right.
you know, and even if it was like, if someone would have given me a Mexico jersey, I still would never wear it. Nah, man, I saw this and I needed it. I was like, I need it. Same thing with the away jersey. I was like, I need it. I have both of them. These jerseys are lit, guys. So I can't wait for the Mexico-Argentina game. That's going to be a fun watch. But yeah, this right here, it's simple. The pattern, especially with the knowing what the knot is for, like home run.
Yeah, big fan. Big fan.
So,
Wild guess. I think this is a for you.
Yeah. I feel
That's
like I have a
good
lot
one
of
we've seen
A's
so
out
far.
here.
Hey, they're good ones though. They're
Yeah.
good ones though.
So, next one. Alright, so this is the Morocco jersey. Second Puma jersey we see.
Second Puma.
So before we criticize this, first I'm going to say I like it, but this is a nod to a throwback jersey. I forgot what year it was, but pretty much that throwback jersey, I think it was a collared jersey instead, but it was that same design on that jersey. I think it was like 1990. Well, I have to look it up. But yeah, I like it. I know it's plain, but it just hits it for me. It's that red and green combination. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. So, it says here the last time Morocco won a match at the World Cup was in 1998. And then this jersey is closely modeled after that World Cup.
Okay.
So, yeah. And I think, like I said, I think it was like a collar jersey. Like, it looked really nice.
With that being said, what are your thoughts on the 2022 version?
Overall, I like it. I just never know about the logo being always like in the middle of the jersey.
Right. This is a Puma thing that they've done so far.
For a lot of these jerseys, not all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like the red, I like the green, the shade of the color, their Federation logo, I like a lot. Yeah, not too much to say, not too much to hate though.
I really like the colors here. I like the red. It's a little bit brighter than a deeper red. I like the green. It's a little bit deeper than a green that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
It's I would have maybe flipped it if I guess the idea is you want to have that federation over the heart. I'm sure like there's some symbolism in that, but I would have rather had that been in the middle and the Puma been off to the side, or maybe up on top of the shoulder or something. Because I feel like when you break up that stripe in the middle, my eye is going to get drawn to it. It's highlighting it. Would have rather that been something that's more representative of Morocco itself rather than Puma. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's a simple, solid jersey. I would say a D though.
Okay. Fair.
I like it, but and I get the honoring of their last World Cup win, but compared to other jerseys other jerseys that we might see moving forward, actually no, yeah, I take it back. A C.
Right in the middle. Right.
A C. Because I do like it a lot. All right. Next jersey. We have the Netherlands. Here we go. Can I ask Nike a question real quick?
Please.
Nike, how do you mess up this bad? What do we know for the Netherlands for? The soccer team, at least. What do we know them for? Them wearing orange. Does that look like orange? Now, that may be a shade of orange, but it ain't the orange that we come and love the Netherlands for. Now, that's all I got to say. I don't like it. I don't like this jersey. This, when I see this jersey, it does not scream Netherlands to me.
Now, I think that it loses points in a way of recognition for a jersey that should be easily recognizable at all times. And it's unlike the, like let's say Argentina or Brazil, as for example, a big part of the recognizableness of that, recognizableness, this is the word we're going to use right now, is that blue and white stripes, that yellow with the green trim. You can make small tweaks to it. You can adjust it in some ways, but that's what you expect. And you expect a orange when it comes to this, and anything else they could have did with the orange, is acceptable. Now, as someone that's not as the commoner's commoner, something about this, it almost feels like velvet. It almost feels like there's something that I kind of like about it. There's just, and I know that there's, it reminds me of the Australian one.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer the Australian one though, over this, but I'm not like completely mad about it. I almost feel like I need to see it in person though. Like I almost feel like, is it? It's definitely not material. They're gonna use the same material, but like if I looked at it, is it lighting? Is it just like this is how it is and how they printed it? And in that case, it's odd. Like I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I really like the patch. I really like the size of the patch. I'm really at odds with this. It's not quite as bad as it's not the Belgium where it's like it's so awful that I love it, but it's not like some of the more classic ones that we've seen where it's like I don't know. I don't even know if I have a real answer. This is the enigma for me so far. I just don't know, but I hear everything you're saying, and I don't disagree with what you're saying, and it's one of those classics that I like it more than the Croatia one. Like if you're gonna kind of do something a little bit different, I would rather you do this than kind of really butcher it. But I don't know.
This is really butchering it.
I know, but I can't stop looking at it. I can't stop. I would love to see it on the field. I would love to see what it looks like in a day game and a night game. Where would you put it though? Like where would you? I'm curious. I'm really curious. I'm just the most curious I've been for one. F, straight F. Hey, look, I can't say I disagree. If you would have put it as a B, I couldn't say I disagree. But F, I understand, and I wouldn't even have a debate to that.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry. It's like I said, bro. It's Netherlands. Like, it's not even the right orange. Like,
I'm puzzled. I'm puzzled.
All right, next we have is
Poland.
All right. What to say about this kit? I don't understand the pattern on the shoulders. I don't know if there's an actual meaning to it. Yeah, you know what? I gotta do. Let me look it up. But I like I hate this Nike pattern. I hate this template that they did. I don't know.
It's that thing again.
Yeah. It just seems so copy and paste for like a lot of these jerseys, like, and it's the World Cup, it's like you got to get more creative.
Expect more.
Yeah,
right.
Like we didn't get a lot of this, like with like Adidas, who was like the other, like the second biggest brand that was making a lot of these jerseys. But yeah. All right. Anyways, let's see here. Okay, so supposed to be images of feathers from an eagle's wing paying homage to honor Poland's coat of arms. So, homage. So yeah, if that's the case, I don't know. Maybe I would have made it like, instead of like gray, like red, to go along with the rest of the kit, because it just seems so like I'm sure it's noticeable when you see someone wearing it, but like I personally would have made it try to like pop,
Right.
Because that, like, it just seems so simple.
I like this one a lot. I like this. I for some reason my mind didn't. Well, I feel like the feathers aren't completely like obvious.
They weren't for sure for me. That's why
we definitely had to look it up there. But you know what? It reminds me of the elephant print on like cement threes. So I and of course Nike is doing this. I really like it because I'm actually a big fan of like white on gray. I think that it's a cool mix when done well. My biggest problem is now the thing that I can't unsee of that like just rounded that Nike's now used for everything. I think that's what kind of it's the shield that they have is too boxy that the curve is throwing me off. And it is starting to have this now cut and paste effect to where
it's like it's placed there instead of like trying to like adapt, not adapt, but like to like
they didn't build it around Poland,
together. Yeah,
right. They just took their template and said, now let's make Poland. I like it, but it's those small things that kind of drive me away. I like the idea generally, but it's it should be treated differently than like the curvature of that makes sense for something like the like I know you were like a huge fan, but like the England one, I can kind of see that. With this, it just doesn't work. It doesn't fit. But I like it. I like the idea, but that's throwing me off, and it would knock it down a couple pegs for me.
No, agreed. I would go, honestly, with this one, probably a D.
That's fair. That's fair. Nike's very hit and miss so far.
And then next we have Portugal. Portugal. I'm going to say it again. I told you before we started recording that this reminds me of the Mexican candy strawberries. And for those of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, give me a sec here.
For sure can't unsee that now.
I have a picture here. Let me see here. Bam. My phone. I just cracked it on this past Friday. But yeah, the Mexican candy. That's all I see when I see this jersey. I do like that they incorporated obviously the flag's colors. Like I mentioned it earlier, when it comes to home kits, that's what I do. That's like one of the things I look for. But other than that, like this was kind of a miss for Nike again.
I completely agree. I'm actually not a fan of at all of this. It feels like a high school soccer team. Like it feels like you could replace the red with white and the green with blue, and it's some nondescript, Northern California, South Texas high school. It is nothing other than the colors, which, it's obvious, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's too plain and not in a we've seen plain ones that we've got pretty high on here that we've enjoyed. Not feeling this one.
Yeah, someone tried to sell me. One of our mutual friends. He was trying to sell me that it looks better worn because he has it, and I was like, nah, sorry, bro. Yeah, no, it still looks bad.
I couldn't get that far to even want to see it worn.
No, so this is an F for me. All right. Next is Qatar, the host nation. I'm okay with this jersey. It's obviously the flag's color. The collar, the cuff again. Going with the flag and all. Nice, simple. One of the few times I don't mind the Nike logo and the Federation crest in the middle of the jersey.
Right.
This is cool for me. It is cool.
I like this one a lot. I think this one, it lives off those sleeves, and they pulled it off. I agree with you. I'm not a huge fan of, and I think sizing has a lot to do with how I feel about some of these patches or even the logo. This is the first time I like the size of the Nike logo. Sometimes I felt like on some of them it was a little too big for what the design called for. I like them both on top of each other. I'm a big fan of this one. I'm a big fan. This is doing simple right. Like,
yeah, for sure.
This is miles ahead of what Portugal did.
For sure. This, I would put it as a C.
Fair. Good job, Qatar.
All right. And next, this
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. I'm a fan of this kit. I'm a fan of this home jersey. I like the patterns. I like the green. Trying to find out if there's a meaning behind the pattern. Thought I read something somewhere, but yeah, I mean, it's a solid kit. What do you think?
I love this one. This actually reminds me of like early 2000s, just Nike like clothes. I'm a huge fan of this. This is probably one of my favorites that I've seen so far. But it does cause me to ask you a question on how you kind of view this, or like maybe some other ones as a whole. You know, if this was, let's say, if this was a Milwaukee Bucks jersey, you know, I'd run out and get it tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that when you're talking about the World Cup and you're talking about now different countries, right? The ethics of Saudi Arabia, the country, are maybe not as favorable. Does that, for somebody like me, should I feel bad for getting a country that maybe I don't agree with all of theirs, because it's, you know, a little bit more deeper than just like a club or a team? Is it in good taste for me to just wear it regardless of anything behind it? What's your views on that?
That's a tough question. I mean, I guess for a soccer kit, I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, I wouldn't feel bad buying the jersey, because it's not like I agree with like what they're saying. I just think the shirt's cool, you know.
Right.
You know. Now if there was like an man, when you put it that way, I never thought about it that way, but
because it's my favorite one so far, personally. Like, it's one that I would go out and get, because I think that this is the stuff that I like when Nike gets in. Like, this is Nike in their bag. This is peak Nike. But I wonder how I would feel if somebody was like, "Oh, cool! Like, it's Saudi Arabia."
Honestly, bro, I just be like, hey, I just like the shirt. I don't know about their thing, but you know, like I just thought this was pretty cool.
Oh, this is Saudi Arabia. I didn't know. It's just
yeah. Honestly, like I would just tell people like it's not that deep, guys. It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
I'm a big fan though. Where do you put on it? Where do you put it on the big board?
I'm a fan of this kit too. The patterns, I don't know what they're supposed to mean. I tried looking around and
Nothing?
I couldn't know. It's fun though. I think this will be a solid B.
Right there with Australia.
Yeah.
Germany, Iran, yeah, that's a good group right there. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. It was literally, I promise that we're not ranking these dependent on anything other than what Nike. Blame Nike, all right? Blame FIFA. Right?
That was gold. That was gold. Yes. Clip that. All right, next kid. Moving on. We have Senegal. Okay. This is one of the few Puma jerseys I do like. I do like how it is across the chest. The star works here. I wish they would have done something like that with Ghana. The colors, obviously, on the collar, on the sleeves. It's a solid kit. Solid kit.
This does what I think we wish Ghana's would have done.
Yeah.
The star's a bit smaller. It makes more sense.
And it's not high ass up, you know?
Right. It's because the Ghana one was like awkwardly high, right in the middle, big. The color underneath it is great. They decided to, whereas I believe Ghana kind of had that one color right here on the neck, the collar. This just kind of copies what the sleeves do, and I think it works. It's fun. It's what I want out of a white jersey.
Yeah, the colors are fun. It pops, you know.
This is Puma's best work, maybe. Like, I don't know if I see one up there that we have too high. I guess the Morocco one's up there, but I'm a huge fan. I'm a big fan of this one.
No, yeah, for sure. This one though, dang, you might disagree then, because I was thinking C, where the Morocco one's at.
Right? Yeah, hey, but I see it though. I feel it. It's still a little bit on the plain side, but better than things that we've seen in DNA.
Yeah, the Morocco one, I'm just a sucker for, like, you know, playing off the classics. So, like, you know,
right.
98 jersey, right, you know. Right.
I think the one thing that's been pretty consistent is we have ones that are have a good story behind it, ranked pretty high, and I think that matters for something like the World Cup. That's
for sure.
historical event.